My mother signed my name on the card at my grandfather's funeral. Nobody had told me he had died. I found out from a Facebook memorial post. A cousin I barely knew had written "Rest easy, Grandpa Walt" under a photo of the man who taught me to fish. The date said he'd passed 11 days earlier. I called my mother. She picked up on the fourth ring, breezy. "Oh, honey, I was going to tell you. He's been dead almost 2 weeks. It was a small service. Family only. I'm family. You were busy. I didn't want to bother you with the drive. I drove 3 hours to her house that night. She opened the door in her robe like nothing was wrong. You signed my name," I said. "What?" "The sympathy card. The one that went in the casket. Aunt Diane posted a picture. My signature's on it, and I never touched that pen." Her face did something small and fast. "I signed for both of us. It's the same as you being there. Where's the will being read?" She blinked. "There's no will. Grandpa Walt had a will. He told me at Christmas. He said he'd taken care of it. He was confused at the end. I left. I didn't sleep. At 9 a.m. I called the county probate office and asked if anything had been filed under my grandfather's name. The clerk found it in under a minute. Filed 8 days ago by the executor," she said. "Who's the executor?" "Sandra Merrick, my mother. Can I get a copy? It's public record once it's filed. Come on in." I read it in the parking lot. My grandfather had left his house, his truck, and a savings account to be split between his 3 grandchildren. My name was on it. And then, stapled behind it, was a second document. A disclaimer of interest. My signature at the bottom. Dated the day before the funeral. I was renouncing my entire share and directing it to my mother. I had never seen that page in my life. I called my 2 cousins, the other grandchildren. Neither had signed anything either. Neither had been told there was money. She told us it was all going to the nursing home debt. My cousin Ryan said. She said there was nothing left. I called a lawyer that afternoon. He looked at the disclaimer, then at a birthday card I'd actually signed, then back at the disclaimer. "This signature's traced," he said. "See the ink pause here and here. Real signatures flow. This one stops at every curve. Someone copied it slowly. Can you prove it? A handwriting examiner can. But there's an easier problem for her." He tapped the date. "A disclaimer has to be witnessed and notarized. There's a notary stamp here. Whose is it?" We looked. The notary was a woman named Paula Voss. I found Paula Voss's number on the state notary registry and called her, saying I was confirming a document she'd notarized. I read her the date and my grandfather's name. "I never notarized anything that day," she said. "I was in Arizona all last month. My stamp went missing from my old office when I moved. Are you telling me someone's using it?" "I think my mother is." There was a long pause. "Send me a copy. I'll be filing a report either way. That's a felony." I called my mother one more time. I put her on speaker with a lawyer sitting across from me. "Mom, Paula Voss says she never notarized my disclaimer. She says she was in Arizona. She says her stamp was stolen." Silence. "And the handwriting examiner already looked at my signature. He says it's traced." "You don't understand," she said, and her voice had gone thin. "That money was mine. I took care of him for 4 years. Where were you? You called on Sundays. You told me not to come. Every time. You said he was too tired. Because I earned it. Every diaper. Every hospital run. Then you should have asked him for it. He was right there. You could have just asked. He would have said no. It came out before she could stop it. He wanted it split. He said you 3. He always said you 3. The lawyer wrote something down and slid it to me. It said she just admitted the intent." "Mom," I said, "there are 3 grandchildren, and none of us signed anything. There's a notary who says her stamp was stolen. There's an examiner who says you traced my name, and you just told me, on this phone, that Grandpa wanted it split, and you didn't like his answer." The line went dead quiet. Then, very small. "What do you want?" "I already filed." Paula Voss filed too. "The sheriff has the disclaimer with your notary's stolen stamp on it." I looked at the traced version of my own name. "You signed me onto that card so it looked like I was there. But you signed me onto one document too many."